Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, whatever time it is in your country. I wanted to talk about Social Security. Now, everybody in the United States understands what Social Security is. We pay into Social Security every paycheck. Our company pays 15%, and we pay 15% out of our salary. So, let's take an example so I can explain this the best way for everyone. Say, this is just an example. Say you made $30,000 every year for 60 years. Okay. 30% of that $30,000 is $9,000 a year. And $9,000 a year times 60 years is $540,000. That was paid into Social Security for you to get when you retired. I really don't know what the government's doing with this money, but it is our money. We worked hard for it. We gave it to the government because we have no options. The government automatically takes it from everyone who works. Whether you're an independent contractor, if you work for yourself, you pay the full 30%. If you work for someone else, you pay 15%, and they pay 15%. This is not a gift to us. This is not something they're just handing out to us. It is money we gave to them. Now think about it. So say you're a 60-year-old person and you've worked 40 years and you pass away at 60 and you made $30,000 a year, 9,000. So 9,000 times 40 years is 360,000. So who gets that money? They keep it. They keep it. Unless you have a spouse who makes less, then the spouse can get so much of your Social Security. Otherwise, they keep it. Where's all this money going? People die all the time who've paid into it. Where's the money? Why is there a shortage? Why is there no accountability by our government to us to show us where they're taking this money and what they're paying for? They're taking money out of this. Social Security is for those people who pay in. Not for people who don't pay in, but for people who pay in. That's their money. I'm not trying to be political. Both parties are at fault. Our government, and I'm saying our government, I don't care which party it is, has spent over the years, over my 60 years, has spent that money. Now they're talking about, well, gee, golly shucks, we might have to cut your Social Security. Why? Why? Most people never see 100% of their Social Security. You have to live the way they dole it out to us. You have to live 40 years in order to see every penny of your Social Security. Who lives to be 100? How many? How many people? So basically, most people die, and they're left with the balance of our money, which, if they had invested it, they would have a lot more. All they needed to do was take our money and invest it, pay interest on it. Do something other than just spend it. Very unwisely, from what I can see. I mean, why are they cutting me? That makes no sense. This is my money. Just give it back. Every person who's on Social Security, whatever they paid in, after the deductions, give it all back to them. No, they're not going to do that. Why? Because they have not spent our money wisely. I just thought I would talk about this. Everybody in the United States knows we are forced to pay this. It is not an option unless certain government agencies have their own plan and not Social Security, and it's much better than Social Security. They can't use it for other things, and they invest that money. So Social Security has been used and abused for a long time. It was set up for certain things. It was set up. There are many, many people who work their whole lives on minimum wage. This is their livelihood when they retire, because they never had a chance to put money aside. I'm not saying everybody's like that. There are millions who pilots. So I had one pilot, and he was like, well, I'm fine. You can't say every senior is poor. No, I don't. But if you made the money that pilots or lawyers or all of these higher echelon people made, you wouldn't have to worry. But the majority make around minimum wage, or we used to, middle income, make a little more than that, and we could save. No longer, they're killing off the middle income. So anyway, that gets political, and I don't want to be political. I'm just saying, this is our money. Nobody gets it all back, because nobody lives long enough to get it. We need to have accountability. What do you think? What do you think about where your money went? I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed that anybody could even talk about it. And other countries, I don't know if they have something similar. I think some do. I don't know. But we literally pay for our Social Security. And it is not nice. It is not nice to think that they think they can cut us. And Medicare, never had free medical, still don't. We pay so much a month for Medicare, and they still don't. Then that's only 80%. Then you got to get another insurance company, if it's Advantage plan, and pay the other 20%. So even Medicare, which, again, we've paid for insurance our whole lives, Medicare doesn't give us anything. You know, they cover 80%. And you need a second one to cover the other 20. And then you still owe. I'm telling you, you still owe. If you go to the hospital, you still owe. It's a $200 or $300 or $400 a day. Who knows? You know, it's been a long time. But I had two, Medicare and the insurance, and when I went in the hospital, I owed over $5,000 when I got out. And I was only there 3 days. 3 days. Tell me. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I just know there's something wrong. Something wrong here when everybody's talking about cutting. And, this one says they're not cutting, that one says they're cutting. I don't know. But I do know what we have done, and that we've paid that money in. And most of us never see that much of it. Some of us die before we can even get a penny of it. Just a question. Anyway, I thought I would say something, because other countries or people seem to assume we're just getting free money from the government, and we're not. You guys have a great day. Oh, let me show you Marley. I just thought I would show you the setup that I have for me and Marley in the front seat. Marley's down on the floor. Yeah, there she is. But I put ice in this one. This takes 3 watts. This takes 8 watts. So around 11, 12 watts. And my 300, I forgot I had it, is back in the van. I had it in storage. And it is 300 watts. So all day long this runs up here. If it gets too hot, we park in the shade. And even in 107 degrees, as long as I'm in the shade running these, it's around 85 in the front. I keep a thermostat up here as well. Just thought I'd explain that to you. Now here's Marley. This is our setup in the van. This is usually Marley's seat. She is down here now. I got some chicken today. She is down here. And we're going to move in a minute, because we've been sitting in the shade and it looks like the sun's starting to come through. Marley. Hi, sweetie. You going to say something to everybody? Yes, say something. Yeah. Yes, say something. We're quite comfortable. And it's 107 today. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Camo.